All right, how's everybody doing on this Friday night? Probably good because it's Friday. That's usually how I feel about it anyway. All right, we have got a lot of stuff to open tonight. We also have information to go over before we start opening all that stuff so that everybody knows what's going on. So we're going to go ahead and get rolling with that. So, feedback, automated. Yeah, anytime you leave positive feedback for me, you are instantly going to get the same in return. And of course, far more importantly, a big thank you for being here, bidding, breaking, chatting, and hanging out with me. All right, we're going to take a look now at what's coming up in the days ahead. So, tomorrow, what are we looking at tomorrow? A half case of Leaf Autograph mini football helmets. That'll be the start of a new case. A full case of Gold Label baseball and an inner case of Phoenix football. On Sunday, we're going to start early, 8:30 Eastern, 5:30 Pacific. It will be Leaf Memorabilia Treasury, which has multi-sport categories. It has non-sport categories. There's all kinds of fun stuff in there, and it is all listed in the football category on eBay. So there's 5 memorabilia items that we'll find in that box. We will also open some Heritage High Number Baseball, and it will be the start of a new case, and we'll open half the case. Monday night will be an off night. On Tuesday night, a case of Clearly Authentic, more Immaculate Basketball, more Gold Label Baseball, and Origins Football, each of those by the full case. On Wednesday night, we'll have a new release coming out on Wednesday. That is Triple Threads Baseball. We'll be opening a 9-box inner case of that and another 5-box case of TriStar Game Day Great Series 2 autographed football jerseys. So that's what the days ahead look like. Here's the information you need to know for tonight. There's a lot of information on this page. First things first, we have one free shipping break tonight. That's the Game Day Greats autographed full-size football helmets. Anytime you do a break with me that is completely free shipping, it's going to be projected to go out no later than a week after the fact. So that means if you hit one of these football helmets tonight, they will ship to you no later than Friday, the 25th, a week from today. Now, a lot of times they ship sooner, sometimes a lot sooner, but should not be any later than that. If you get skunked in that particular break, the football helmet break, your consolation card would typically be held for your next package, since it is a free shipping break, and then I would just send it the next time you have a package coming. I do keep track of that for a rolling 90-day period. If you want it sent sooner, plain white envelope stamp kind of deal, hit me up on eBay, let me know, I'll hook you up. Our paid shipping breaks tonight, that's Immaculate Basketball, Impeccable Football, and Topps Chrome Jumbo Baseball. Should be out the door and on the way to you approximately Wednesday. As always, sometimes I can get things out sooner. If I can, I will. Very rarely, something will come up unexpected and it might fall a day later, but generally speaking, Wednesday is your best estimate. Here's what else you need to know about that. If you were to get skunked in Immaculate, Impeccable, you won't in Topps Chrome, but in those first two, and you don't pull a card of any type at all, your consolation card or cards will ship out with the rest of the break, since this is a paid shipping break. All right, kids, let me see where we are in terms of what we're still waiting on payment for. I think we were good on the football helmets, but I'm going to double check it. We're definitely going to have some unpaid stuff tonight, because I think we've got another one of those situations where somebody, bids and, oh, I never bid on that. I have no idea how that got there. Another Casper the Ghost bidding kind of thing. So I think we will have some unpaid stuff, but we'll take a look at it as we go along. But anyway, we are good for our first break. That is our TriStar Game Day Greats autographed full-size football helmets, and this will be break number 3 of the full case of these. Of course, everything we're opening tonight ended tonight on eBay Friday night, the 18th of October. Team names are on one side, the eBay user ID of the winning bidder across from each team. One in here did not sell, that's the Bengals. So if we were to pull a Bengals helmet, it would simply stay here with me because no one bid on it there on eBay. New spreadsheet will go up before the start of every break, so if you're not in this one, hang tight. You're going to get a chance to see your name shortly. I'm going to slightly adjust this camera angle upwards a little bit. I think it's a little lower than it is normally. And I'm also going to tweak the focus a little. So you may notice that your background goes slightly out of focus. That is intentional. Please do not be concerned about that. That's just allowing us to see things a little more clearly. All right, so guys, let's get our helmets going. And Jay Allen is here. Christopher, if you notice on eBay, it says that 9 o'clock is the start time and that we're going to open the product listed as well as other products that end in the same night, which is pretty much the way most breakers do it, but I do specifically note that we open more than just the product listed. So nothing between here and Impeccable will take too terribly long. All right, we got to do these obviously one at a time because why? Yeah, they're big. They take up a lot of space. So there's your red tape on the bottom and our red tape on the top. And we're going to go about it this way. Well, maybe we are. I swear, because it's red and you can't really entirely see where the seam is, I think I miss it about half the time when it's on its side. It's much easier when you can do it from the top, but you can't do it that way without missing the opportunity for you to see this part coming out. Some people don't care about that, but some people do, so. All right. Let's see who we have got here, if I can manage to extract it from the second box. It's a Buffalo Bill. And our little card here tells us that it is LeSean McCoy. And then we have a JSA authentication card that's going to match the sticker that we should see here on the back, which is right there indeed on the back. And now let's take a look at our signature. There is your LeSean McCoy autograph for the Buffalo Bills, who have our first hit tonight. So let me get this put back in plastic and back in boxes, and then we'll take a look at the second one. All right, let me grab box number 2 out of this giant case. Man, these cases that these come in, as you might imagine, are quite huge. Yeah, they are. Because 3 helmets in a case, it's a lot. It's a lot to fit in a box. Maybe we hit the seam on that one. No, again. Good grief. There we go. Surely that time. All right. I can see it's a Packer. I can tell you that much. As soon as I get a look at the little info card, we'll know more. Looks like it is Dave Robinson out for Green Bay. And this is just a generic TriStar. You'll note that is a little bent. But this particular little COA thing, it's the exact same thing they put in every one. It doesn't specifically match the item. The part that's important is that little TriStar hologram authentication there on the back. And there is your Dave Robinson autograph with inscription for the Green Bay Packers, who are taking home helmet number 2. So right now we are Buffalo Bills for the first helmet, Green Bay Packers for the second one. We've got one more to go. All right, let me get the third one out. And I also need to move this big now empty box out of the way. All right, let's get on about the business of looking at the third one. Here's your top and bottom seals. We've got a Dallas Cowboy coming out here for our third one. So Bills, Packers, Cowboys for the full-size helmets tonight. And this is DeMarcus Ware. Little info card. There's your Beckett authentication, which is the most important part of that, of course. And then the Beckett sticker there on the back is actually the most important part. Sticker on the item, far more important. And there's your signature. All right, so there we are. Dallas Cowboys, third and final full-size helmet out tonight. Oh, and guys, I just got to look at this. They stick these little pads in there with double-sided tape, and I see one laying in the bottom of the bag. It's actually attached. Double-sided tape has attached itself to the plastic bag from that helmet. So basically, I'm going to remove it there from the plastic bag and place it kind of semi back in here. However, when you get it, you can place it again. It is just double-sided tape, and that happens quite frequently on these replica helmets. But I do like to point it out when it happens so that you're not caught off guard if it arrives to you with that little one or more of those little side pads have come undone. They used to glue them in, I think, a few years ago. Now it's always just double-sided tape. All right, the helmets are done. Let me take a look here. Immaculate Basketball is scheduled to go second, but there were some big name unpaid teams the last I looked at it. So let me see where our circumstance is with that. Meanwhile, I'll let you look at this again for anyone who might not have seen that earlier. Take a little peek there at the info. All right, looks like our basketball is paid up, so we're going to roll on into Immaculate Basketball, and I believe that we're going to have the Steelers available in Impeccable. All right, so if anybody's going to be interested in the Steelers in Impeccable, I'm pretty sure they are going to be available. Meanwhile, you've had an opportunity to review that now. So let's jump on over here. This is a 5-box case of Immaculate Basketball. This, of course, just came out today, so this is break number 1 of it. Once again, Friday night, the 18th of October, our eBay end date and the night we're breaking. Team names there on the left, winning bidders across from each one on the opposite side. And this, again, is a relatively quick break. Not a ton of cards in here, as is the case with Impeccable as well. So everything up until our final break of the night, which is Topps Chrome, is pretty quick. All right, so Stang Lover said you accidentally bid more on something than you meant to. Well, I'm sorry, brother. Are we good on it, or do you need me to work on it for you? Chad is here. Stang Lover says you're not in this break. I thought you were in this break. I thought you were in all of them tonight. Are you not in Immaculate for real? I did not know that. And oh, you're laughing because you said it's not NFL regulation double-sided tape. You know, I liked it better when they were glued in there, honestly. It's this double-sided tape stuff, which they've only been doing like the last couple of years, it seems like. They come off a lot. Like, you just take them out of the bag and there's one or two of those little ear pads out. I mean, it's easy enough to stick them back, but kind of, wouldn't you rather just like not have it come off at all? That's how I feel about it anyway. Yes, correct, Dave. The helmets were the Dallas Cowboys, the Green Bay Packers, and the Buffalo Bills tonight. Chris, after you're asking what's after this, after immaculate basketball is impeccable football. After impeccable football comes Topps Chrome baseball. Both immaculate and impeccable are very, even though they're full cases, there's not a lot of cards. They're pretty quick breaks as a whole. So if you're waiting on Topps Chrome baseball, it's not going to take a terribly long time to get there. And ditto if you're waiting on impeccable. As you can see, these are 1 pack per box here in immaculate. Dave says, oh, he could have spent as much, he could have bought a helmet for as much as he spends on box breaks. Yeah, man, I hear you. But there's some, we've talked about this before, though. There's some other little special thrill, I think, that you get from hitting it versus just buying it. At least I do anyway. Sorry, guys. Allergies, asthma, rears its ugly head. Chad, you're asking how much for the Steelers in impeccable. I believe they sold at 85. Let me double check that. Not 100% sure, but I think that's what it was. Let me click on it and I'll tell you for certain. Yeah, it looks like it was $85 was the last bid. And of course, it was one of those bids that went in right before the auction ended, which was kind of crazy, right? But anyway, the person says they did not bid on it and they weren't even home and they don't know anything about it, I guess. So there you go. So it is available if someone wants the Steelers. Oh, man. Dave, you said the only time it hit was when you didn't get out of work in time to pay for it. Oh, man. I know it's frustrating and it's hard on that memorabilia because there's never, even when you do a full case, there's still not a tremendous amount, in a case versus the number of opportunities you have to hit in a straight-on break. So there's always a challenge there for sure. Dallas Mavericks are up first here. I got to get my view back where I can see it as well. And I think I might tweak our focus a tad bit more in one direction here. So I like to look at the cards up really quite closely. So if there's things that we need to know about them, they're easier to see. That's numbered to 25. It's Dirk Nowitzki. And then we have numbered to 99, Alonzo Trier. You can see you do have some chipping probably on all 4 corners, but it is most noticeable, of course, on the ones that are blue. You don't notice it as much on the white because, well, it's white on white. So that's how that goes. Gary Payton. Now, guys and gals, this is numbered to 25, first of all. But the Seattle Supersonics of old are the current Oklahoma City Thunder. So anytime we pull a Supersonics card, it is going to the Oklahoma City Thunder. Cards always stay with their franchises. Jalen Brunson, numbered to 99 for the Dallas Mavericks. And then numbered to 99, we have George Gerwin for the San Antonio Spurs. Next come the Lakers and Jerry West. That's pretty cool. That is numbered to 49. That's the logo man himself, is Jerry West. So how about that? And Stang Lover, you were answering Chad. Okay, thank you on that. Yes. Jay Allen, you're looking forward to Gold Label again? Yeah, I got a lot of Gold Labels, so we'll break that quite a bit over the next probably week to 10 days or so. We'll be working that in as we go along. All right. Let's rock on through the next one. We've got Jason Tatum in the Celtics, numbered to 99 as our base card. Relic out for the 76ers with Doug Collins, same as the others. You know, you can see some minor chipping and imperfections on those corners. It's just a fact of life on a lot of these thicker cards, unfortunately. It doesn't help when they put a dark color background. It just really makes it shine. Reggie Miller and the Pacers to 99, same as imperfect corners. The Celtics, this is numbered to 99 as well. Again, you can see some minor corner issues. That is Cedric Maxwell. And here is J.J. Redick for the 76ers. That one numbered to 99. Oh, Chad, you must have had, you said you got your bills hit with McCoy. You must have been in the helmet break then you hit your bills. Well, awesome. Congratulations. Stanglover needs the Rockets, the Magic, the Bulls in here. Only big hits and no whammies. I'd say Charles Barkley's a pretty big hit, but that happens to be for the Phoenix Suns. But that is a sweet little card right there, numbered to 34. Of course, his jersey number, and when he was with the Suns anyway. And nice Charles Barkley hit for Phoenix. Mike has got the Cavaliers, the Spurs, and the Jazz in here. And Jay Allen says he paid for all the breaks that he did, I'm assuming of Gold Label, with the red Bryce Harper autograph redemption that you hit. Yeah, man, that would do it. That would definitely make a little coin for you, wouldn't it? Numbered to 99, Karl Anthony Towns and the T-Wolves. Next up, it is Jokic and the Denver Nuggets. And guys and gals, again, you know, unfortunately, imperfect corners. I think we can kind of plan on that most of the way through. This Jokic is to 99. Next up to 25, Pacers hit again. Definitely chipping there, actually along the bottom edge too, not just on the corner on that one. That's a Danny Granger with a relic. And here come the Nets with Musa, numbered to 99. The Magic hit with Mo Bamba to 50. It's a nice looking relic for the Magic as well. And here comes one for the Sacramento Kings. How about Marvin Bagley, numbered to 35. Nice little Marvin Bagley rookie hit here. Two more to go. Always just show you the box is empty. I don't know. Just habit. Habit. Numbered to 99, Jimmy Butler and the 76ers. We have a relic numbered to 99, Lonnie Walker and the San Antonio Spurs. Here comes a big relic next up. That's for Robert Williams. And it is numbered to what? 50 there for the Celtics. And behind it is going to be another Celtics hit. And once again, guys, corners imperfect on that, on most of these. This is numbered to 49 for Don Chaney in the Boston Celtics. Got a redemption. We're going to flip it. We'll look at it here in a hot second when we get to the very end. C.J. McCollum, Portland Trail Blazers, numbered to 25 for the Blazers. Stanglover got one. He's in the hunt now for his Bulls and his Rockets out of either possibly the redemption, you never know, or out of our last box here. So we are officially heading into last box mojo time right now. and hope that we pull some awesome fire and fire and brimstone. Let's just go over the whole thing. Let's just really focus our energy and see if we can pull something awesome. Jarrett Allen, numbered to 99 for the Nets. We have a relic out to 99 for the Suns, and Mikal Bridges. Once again, you can see, you know, edge is a little soft, sometimes a little chipping. That is a huge card. It's Chris Webber, and that is, of course, a piece of the sneaker, tennis shoe, whatever you want to call it. It is numbered to 16. That's a monstrously thick card for Chris Webber and the Sacramento Kings with the soul of the game. And I'll put that in a special little box that will ship in. Staying Lover, here come your Chicago Bulls. That is numbered to 99 with Steve Kerr. A little throwback ink on there for your Chicago Bulls. Here come the Knicks. That is numbered to 99 with Allen Houston. And last out, we have the Knicks again with Kevin Knox. Some imperfection on the back of that one, you can see. Your rookie Kevin Knox, numbered to 99 for the Knicks. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to recap that. We're going to check out this redemption, but if you give me 1 second, I want to get a box that I'm going to put that in. And I add some fillers to take up the extra space in here so that it can't roam around, move around, roll around, whatever you want to call it. Obviously with sleeves on top and bottom, but for right now, we're just going to get it in the little box so that so it doesn't get handled any further. Jordan Howard is our redemption, or I'm sorry, Juwan Howard. Shadow Box Signatures. Juwan Howard is where we're headed to go look up on the Panini website. So let me get myself over here, and I'm getting ready to bring you with me. At least I think I am. There we go. And see what we can figure out about this. All right, so our card set here is Shadow Box Signatures. It's going to be card number 22. Did I go last? No, there it is. Number 22. It is going to be numbered to 99. All right, so let me get this labeled up here. And we are ready to do a little recapping. While we're recapping this, bear in mind that next up is going to be Impeccable Football. I am going to have the Pittsburgh Steelers available if someone wants to pick it up. And I guess if no one picks it up, then I'll be, keeping it or something. Okay, so Soul of the Game. I just put it in this. It is going to ship in maybe not this exact box, but in a plastic box, or maybe this exact one. But anyway, for the time being, it's in there to keep it safe. It's too thick to go in a card sleeve, obviously. And that was for the Kings. For the Knicks, you have got Allen Houston, Mikal Bridges, and the Suns. Keeping in mind, please, that most of these have chipping and or wear on edges and corners. To 35, that's Marvin Bagley. See it a little bit down there even. Sacramento Kings. Musa for the Brooklyn Nets. The Pacers have Danny Granger. There's Nikolai Jokic for the Nuggets. There's sweet little Charles Barkley for the Phoenix Suns. That's a nice little hit. I like that. I like getting some Charles Barkley, some Sir Charles. And then we have J.J. Redick for the Philadelphia 76ers. The Boston Celtics have Cedric Maxwell. Reggie Miller, also, of course, the Pacers. Doug Collins for the 76ers. It's a redemption, numbered to 99, Juwan Howard and the Wizards. The rookie Kevin Knox for the Knicks. The Bulls hit Steve Kerr. C.J. McCollum and the Trailblazers. Another one for the Celtics. This is Don Chaney. And another one for the Celtics, Robert Williams. Lonnie Walker for the Spurs. The Orlando Magic with Mo Bamba. The Lakers and Jerry West. That is followed by the Spurs and George Gerwin on the all-time greats card set. I'll get it out in a minute. Then you have Jalen Brunson for the Mavericks. The Supersonics, which once again are the current Oklahoma City Thunder, so that goes to the Thunder. And then we started things off with Alonzo Trier and the New York Knicks. All right, while we're at it here, all right, I am going to put up the spreadsheet again. I'm going to make one more pass through to see if this got paid, although I'm pretty sure it's not getting paid, you know. But while I'm checking that, I will once again let you guys look at the shipping information, etc. So if for some chance you jumped in midway through and you didn't catch this, there's the information that you need. Impeccable Football is what we're getting ready to jump into. What I need to do is see if by some wild remote chance our Steelers person decided to pay. I'm pretty sure they didn't, though. Yeah, so the Steelers are setting unpaid. If anybody wants the Steelers, speak now or forever hold your peace. Ginger, you're asking how soon will the break be uploaded to YouTube? Well, there's a two-part answer to that, basically. I mean, it can be, there's an archived version that YouTube saves itself. The archived version will go up shortly after the break ends. I think within probably an hour or two after the break ends, that version will be available from my understanding. I will upload my version sometime within 24 hours after the break ends. And the only difference in the two is that my version will have for you tags and titles and things to make it a little bit easier to search. Now I've got the spreadsheet updated there, and you already saw the shipping info, so we're going to be on this. Let me catch up over here on chat real quickly. And Mike is out of here, he says. And Mark says, how much for Pittsburgh? Jay Allen answered that one there. Yeah, it did end at 85, guys. Ginger, you had, I think, something for the T-Wolves, but it must have been one of the base cards or something. We did have a Carl Anthony Towns, so if you didn't see it in the recap, it was probably one of the numbered base or something. But it was in there. So Strong Crosby says he will offer 60 for the Steelers. Is there anybody else interested in the Steelers, or is that where we're gonna sit here? I always love it when these people, it's always the people who like run the bids way up that don't pay, isn't it? Have you all noticed that? There's a trend in that. I don't know what they're doing, like do that. But this person only bid once, right before the auction ended, when they were, I guess, not home and couldn't have possibly made that bid, is what they said. But anyway, so this is going to be a 3-box case of Impeccable Football, and it is break number 3. Once again, we've got team names on one side, bidders across from on the opposite. And I guess technically it's possible. Could be a wife or a kid or somebody else on their account bid. I mean, you never know. Stranger things, right? All right. So Strong Crosby has offered 60 on the Steelers. Is anybody else interested in them? Or am I gonna, I guess I'm gonna lose a little money right off the top because Strong Crosby looks like you might be the only one that wants them tonight. Poor little Steelers getting no love. So I'm going to type in for you, sir, my PayPal email here in chat. Once again, guys, I do not use this OG email for correspondence. I will never see it if you send me an email there. I will literally never see it. I do not check it. So Oh, it looks like Mark has come in and offered 65. So Mark is at the moment got the high bid at 65. So Strong Crosby, are you in or out at that point? Right now, Mark's got it at 65. So while we're waiting on that to play itself out, I'm going to do a little housekeeping over here and get it ended on eBay and all that fun stuff. Give me 1 second, guys. This just takes a sec here. All right. Come on now. Oh, where's my button? All right, let's get it canceled over there. Oh, wait a minute. What the heck? Oh, crap. Sorry. I just clicked on the wrong thing. Sorry. I'm talking to myself a little bit there at that moment too, wasn't I? All right. So Strong Crosby says he's out. So Mark, they are yours at 65. So Mark, if you can please log into PayPal using that email address that I typed in there and shoot over your payment. And then let us know when that is done. I would appreciate it. Meanwhile, I'm going to update the spreadsheet to say that it goes to you. All right. My side's all updated. So, Mark, just give us the high five when you've sent it, my friend. Meanwhile, I'll go on about the business of getting our boxes and our packs out and all that sort of stuff. So one of our boxes, of course, has an extra card in it, and that's our ingot. It can either be silver or gold, and there's only one of those per case. It's usually in the middle, well, maybe not in the middle box. It's usually in the middle box, but I guess not tonight. And the other boxes that don't have it have those little blank insert filler cards, dummy cards, whatever you want to call them, so that, you know, it fills up the extra space, basically. Keeps things from rolling around in there. But I always like to explain that so that you know why some of them have little blank cards in them and some of them have that pretty card, which will be our ingot card. Jay Allen, you got to head to bed, man. All right, my friend. I bet it's been a long week for you. You have got the Phillies and Chrome that you need us to bring you some good luck for. All right, brother. We will try to find you some Phillies in Chrome. And then, Mark, you said you are all set. All right, perfect. Thank you, sir, for picking up the Steelers. I did get it updated there on the spreadsheet, which I can show you again after we break this a little bit. I don't like to navigate away once we've got this stuff out on the table, although I do want to step away and get a little box for that ingot. Well, somebody made off with all my little boxes, but we'll use a big one and I'll just adjust it later, but it'll keep it the way it needs to be for tonight. That's the important part. And then after we finish the break, I'll put it in the smaller one where it kind of vacuum packs in there. Numbered to 75. First out, you have Leonard Fournette for the Jags. Stang Lover, you need the Bears and the Falcons in here. Christopher needs the Vikings. All right. Number 275, it's Jamal Adams and the Jets. Here come the Kansas City Chiefs. the Nigerian Nightmare. That is numbered 275. Zach Allen in the Arizona Cardinals is out next, and that is a 1 of 1 with a sticker on it. Oh, that just breaks my heart right there. So we pull ourselves a beautiful little 1 of 1 card for the Arizona Cardinals, and then they slap a sticker on it. Oh, that just burns me up. But anyway, I do like getting a 1 of 1 regardless. This has got some, can you see that? It's almost like a white streak going through the blue there. I don't really know what that's about, but anyway, it is for the Cowboys, Daryl Johnson, and it's numbered to 10. Jason Witten and the Cowboys. This doesn't have the white streak. This Cowboys doing well, back-to-back, numbered to 75. Your Iron Man recently retired, recently reinstated. Jason Witten. The Arizona Cardinals and Kyler Murray. That is number 275. Little autograph and decent looking relic there too for Kyler and the Cardinals. Damian Harris comes out for the Patriots. Number 275. Oh, Stang Lover says it would have been worse if you had waited 6 months for the 1 of 1 and it came and it was a sticker. Well, you might be right. Probably would be worse. I mean, I hate when they do that. This is not an inexpensive product. This is quite pricey product. So I don't like that there are stickers in it, period, but certainly not on 1 of 1s. Jason Taylor for the Dolphins, numbered to 50. Numbered to 75, Corey Davis and the Tennessee Titans. The Broncos, they've got that same kind of little streak in there as one of the others did, so maybe it is intentional. I don't know. I don't remember seeing it on other cases, though. It's the Denver Broncos and Philip Lindsay to 25. Maybe it was there and I just didn't notice it. Who knows? Byron Murphy, Cardinals to 99. The Buffalo Bills with Andre Reed. Nice looking relic to 49 on the Andre Reed. Here come the Colts. Edgerrin James. Little flashback. Numbered to 5. Very nice. Very nice Edgerrin for the Colts. And then the ever-present Ryan Finley for the Bengals. Oh, those are nice looking relics too, actually. Very nice. Bengals don't usually get relics that look that good. It's numbered to 10. For some reason with the Bengals, like, you know, there's lots of places where you could pull orange and black together, or even, you know, orange, black, and white. Hardly ever do you see that on their relics. They almost always just give you, like, either a chunk of orange or a chunk of black. They don't give you 2 colors for the Bengals, or multicolor, I should say, for the Bengals very often. But they did on there. The bottom relic was really very nice. Jamal Adams for the Jets. That was numbered 2 of 50. Pittsburgh Steelers to 75. It is Juju Smith-Schuster. Oh, right. I did forget to say Last Box Mojo, Stang Lover. You're right. I did forget to say it, so let's say it right now. You said it for us in chat, but yeah, we are Last Box Mojoing it right now. Tony Pollard and the Cowboys. That is numbered to 75. Quadre Allison, Atlanta Falcons, numbered to 49. Chargers, Easton Stick. He's another guy that comes out a lot this year. And Easton is numbered to 75. Then we have the Saints and Archie Manning. Woohoo! Oh, Saints. I like that hit. Numbered to 15. You've got a good relic in there. Hard signed autograph. And there's, I mean, Archie Manning, honestly, they don't really come out a whole lot. Jarrett Stidham, New England. Numbered to 25. Nice looking relics on that one as well. And our last one is actually a base that I guess I forgot to pull forward. It is numbered to 50, and it's Luke Kuechly. But we do have another card to look at, and that's our metal card, our card that's got the little either silver or gold ingot inside of it. So let's get a little case ready for it. It will ultimately ship in a much smaller 2-piece case than it's about to go in right now. But for, as I say, for the time being, I just want to keep it nice here. And then after we finish the break, I'll find out who absconded with my other small cases. I'm sure they're in the shipping room, and I'll get it back. The San Francisco 49ers, Joe Montana, Jerry Rice, Steve Young, and Roger Craig on the front. And there's your 100th anniversary little silver ingot logo-y thing. And like all the others, it does have some marks on it where it looks like somebody, kind of wiped across it with something, but it's still a very nice looking card. And it is numbered 220 for the 49ers. So again, we'll get it in a smaller case before it ships to you, but for now, for this moment in time, it sits right there. 49ers and the metal ingot. Now let's do our recap of this. My favorite relics I've seen for a long time for the Bengals anyway. Ryan Finley. Edgerrin James for the Colts. Andre Reed, Buffalo Bills. Byron Murphy, Arizona Cardinals. Philip Lindsay for the Broncos. Damian Harris and the Patriots. A little Kyler Murray for the Cardinals. The Cowboys and Jason Witten. Another Cowboy, back-to-back Cowboys, Daryl Johnston. And there's our 1/1 with a stupid sticker autograph on it, but it is still a 1/1 Zach Allen for the Cardinals. And then we have the Kansas City Chiefs with the Nigeria Nightmare. New England, Jarrett Stidham. Nolans, Archie Manning for NOLA is quite nice. Next up is Easton Stick for the Chargers. Quadre Allison for the Falcons. And Tony Pollard for the Cowboys. Well, Christopher, I'm sorry that you feel the need to hold it against me that the cards you want didn't come out of the case, but that's no problem, man. I mean, certainly if you're not happy here, then absolutely, there's plenty of other places you can break, and so I'm sorry it didn't work out for you here, but I don't know that it's necessary to come in and kind of, be cursing and whatnot because you didn't get the cards that you wanted. I have no control over that, Christopher. I'm sure you know that, but I am sorry that you didn't get what you wanted tonight. So moving on, we are taking a look here at some Topps Chrome Baseball. Oh, but you know what? We did want to take another little peek at where I updated that last spreadsheet, didn't we? So let's do that. That's where I updated it to show that the Steelers were picked up there by Mike in that last break. So the spreadsheet updated to reflect that. Then one more time, let's take a look through here. So the free shipping break was the full-size helmets. Those are always projected to go out no later than a week after the fact. Often they go sooner, sometimes a lot sooner. Won't be any later than a week from today. If you got skunked in the full-size helmet break, your consolation card or cards would typically be held and sent with your next package. If you want it sent sooner, all you need to do is hit me up, send me a little message, let me know. I'll get it taken care of. Our paid shipping breaks, that's Immaculate Basketball, Impeccable Football, both already broken. Topps Chrome Baseball coming up. Should be on the way to you approximately Wednesday. Some of it may get out a little bit sooner, but it should be all out the door and on the way to you by Wednesday. If you got skunked in either Immaculate or Impeccable, you will, of course, get consolation card or cards. They will ship out when the rest of the break ships. And everybody's going to pull cards in Topps Chrome, so you don't need to worry about consolation cards there. So this is an 8-box case of Topps Chrome Jumbo. And once again, our eBay end date was tonight, same night we're breaking, Friday night, the 18th of October. And we've got team names there on one side, winning bidders across from each team there on the opposite side. And yeah, let's see what we can find here in some Topps Chrome. We haven't opened it in a while. I've been Bowman chroming it for a bit. So this will be our first jump into Topps Chrome in, I don't know, a while anyway. Probably a few weeks, maybe 2-3 weeks, you think? I don't know. I've been on that big Bowman Chrome run because you know how I am about my Bowman. I love it so much. It's hard to tear me away from Bowman when I've got it to break. I just want to like break it one right after the other, but we're not finished with it. We do still have some more of it hanging around. Oh, Jay Allen, I know what you're saying, man, but listen, I mean, he's not the first person to curse me for not pulling the cards that I want. I just think it's funny that they like blame me, that somehow it's my fault, so they're never going to come back here. That's why they never come here, you know, like I magically, I don't know, dictate, somehow create the cards as I open them. I don't know. It's interesting that he's, you know, certainly not the first person. I'm sure won't be the last person to decide that it's all my fault. So it's part of it, my friend. You just gotta roll with the punches. People say lots of things and lots of unpleasant things, especially when they're online and they're not having to stand and say it to your face, you know. So we are looking for 5 autographs per box. In the meantime, we're going to have all kinds of other stuff, and we're going to go a little bit slower through this first pack here, or first couple of packs, to give you an idea of what the types of inserts and things are that we will see. After that, we'll speed it up a little. So that's an example of just a base refractor. This particular one, of course, for the Braves and Dansby Swanson. The base refractors are not numbered, but of course, obviously, being that they refract, they're a little different than the ordinary. Ditto for these on the anniversary design. That insert set refracts. Freshman Flash, that insert set refracts. Occasionally, some of those are numbered. A lot of times, they are not. And then, of course, you can find your traditionally numbered things in here, too. So we could find, you know, blues and golds and reds and purples and whatnot in here as we go along as well. I always forget what that pattern is called, but we will find plenty of those too. I just forget what Topps calls that particular pattern. It does refract. It does not. It is not numbered, and obviously you can see the type of pattern that is there on it. Now, our very first autograph out heads to the Tampa Bay Rays. Yeah, Jared, it's actually, you're saying that particular pattern that Topps calls it Prism? Okay. Yeah, I figured they would not call it Prism since that's, you know, Panini has a whole brand called Prism. But I guess, all right then, maybe I'll be able to retain that one of these days if that's what that particular pattern is called, Prism. Thank you, sir. I will try to remember that. You are looking for a Garcia red autograph. All right, Jared, I will do my best. And Jay Allen says he's definitely looking for some Phillies. He wants his Philadelphia Phillies to make an appearance in here tonight. Whoops, we had somebody stuck to the back there. Yeah, there are so many different pattern names across, especially Panini. They are the worst. They have a million different patterns, all named something else. You know, I mean, all with unique names, in other words. It's really hard for me to remember them. I have a difficult time with it. Some of them are easier to remember than others, of course. The rookie Ramon Laureano for the Oakland A's had himself a pretty good year for the most part. So second autograph out of box number 1 here, again with the goal of finding 5 before we're all finished up with it. These do like to stick to one another. They get almost like, it's not exactly static, but it's almost like a little staticky kind of something going on with them sometimes. Future stars, we'll find plenty of those. Again, that insert series refracts, but for the most part, they are not numbered. If we do run across one that is numbered, I will flag it to you and let you know. Jake Bowers and the Indians. That's nice. It's blue. Blue Wave, I think, is the pattern name. May not be Wave, but I think it might be Wave. Anyway, it's definitely blue, which means to 150 for the Cleveland Indians with a little Jake Bowers. Does anybody happen to know at the moment what kind of score we have? Astros, Yankees. The last I saw, the Yankees were ahead 4-1. That's been a while back. Of course, the Astros trying to close out the series and go on to meet the Nationals, but I don't know if the Yankees are going to let them go quietly into that good night. At least maybe not tonight, anyway. Urias and the Padres. That is green, numbered to 99. I was really surprised, too, because they had Verlander up, who, honestly, all season seems like he's just had everybody's number. But his last two outings, both of his last outings, have been a little sketchy, right? I mean, like, I don't know. He's having a little postseason struggle some. Greatness returns. Now, the majority of these will have both teams, or the same team on both sides of the card, I should say. Occasionally, we may find one that does not have both teams the same. And when that happens, I will put it up there in what I call our housekeeping area, which is just a little space of things that we do at the end of the break. And so any of those that we find with two different teams on them, of course, we would have to use random.org to distribute at the end of the night. We have an autograph here for the Angels with Arcia. So Francisco Arcia and the Angels with a nice little autograph there. So nobody must be watching the game then. All right. Either that or the score hadn't changed, or maybe both. See, I got static in the wrapper. Like, throw it away and it comes bouncing back like a boomerang. Nice. Another greatness returns, in that case for both Yankees again. Jeff McNeil for the Mets. That is our 5th autograph out of this box, I do believe. I believe our final out of box number 1 anyway. And then we have a blue Lorenzo Cain for the Brewers. That is numbered to 150. All right, onward and upward. Matthew. Hi, Matthew. He says the score is still 4-1. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. What inning are they in? The only thing left in there, it's a little piece of styrofoam. Those are in the bottom of every box. But you know, I like to always show you the empty boxes so you know all the packs are out. Ooh, Ozzy. Ozzy with a little orange for the Braves. And a wave pattern as well. Numbered to 25. Making it happy there for Atlanta. Behind it, an autograph for the Houston Astros. And that is Josh James for Houston. Into the 8th. Oh, how about that? Maybe the Yankees are going to force the next game, which of course they lost their off day because of the storms that went through. They canceled that game preemptively, which means they lose their rest day, and they've just got to fly and play, basically. Well, both teams, obviously, not just the Yankees. Astros, too, of course, as it series moves back to Houston. Assuming the Yankees hold on tonight, that is, I should say. You just got a feeling, though, when they got on them early, you know, when they got to Verlander early, that DJ LeMahieu homer, and then, of course, you got the big Aaron Hicks 3-run bomb. Kind of got the feeling that set the tone for the night. Because, truthfully, the Yankees had not really been playing all that well in this series up to that point. All right, so both Red Sox on there, but another greatness returns. And the San Francisco Giants with a purple parallel autograph there with Mr. Aramis Garcia to 250. I do like chrome. I like chrome anything, honestly. It's a good thing they didn't have chrome when I was a kid. I probably would have gone broke. Bought enough of the paper as it was when I was young. Kyle Wright and the Atlanta Braves. These are not numbered, but they are the black and white negative parallels. They're pretty cool. They don't show up super often, but they are not, in fact, numbered. We do still have more Bowman Chrome. We'll get ourselves worked back into that sometime, probably late next week. Of course, Triple Threads comes out on Wednesday, so we'll have that to keep us busy on Wednesday. But maybe get back into some Bowman, I don't know, maybe next weekend or something, unless I already have some scheduled, which I could and don't remember. So we have a redemption, and we're going to set it right there face down in housekeeping. We will flip it over at the very end of the break, that and any others that we find. And then we'll go to the Topps website and learn a little bit more about it. Houston Astros, purple parallel to 250 with Dean Dietz. Unlike Panini, Topps doesn't tell you what they're numbered to on their website, but also unlike Panini, they are consistent with their colors, so you know, blues, you know, to 150, oranges to 25, gold to 50, etc. So they don't have to give quite as much detailed information, I guess, as Panini does on theirs. Aramis Garcia and the San Francisco Giants came out back-to-back. One was purple, one was base, both autographs there. Back-to-back for San Francisco. Jay Allen, you're out of here. And if you don't hit, just pretend you cursed out Topps. All right, man. I will work on that for you. I will. Justin, you need some Pete Alonso color. Let's do it, my friend. Let's find the polar bear for you. Meanwhile, we have another redemption out of the same box. 2 redemptions. My guess is that will be the same player on both of them since they both came out of the same box. Topps has a nasty habit of doing that. I find it exceedingly frustrating, but they do it. Of course, I find it less frustrating if it's a huge hit, you know? Like if they were both Mike Trouts, I'd be, oh, it's the greatest case ever. But when they're not, I'm like, man, why did they give us two of the exact same thing? I know, hypocritical, right? For sure. For sure. All right, let's see what we got here. I just like to be able to have it, I don't know. It's all in my space regardless. It's all in that same space, but somehow I like to tidy it up occasionally or consolidate it or something as we open boxes. I don't know. I think I need to change the blade on my little knife though again, huh? Didn't even cut through the plastic the first time. That's a bad sign. I don't like to make it really sharp though because, well, if it were to slip or something, I really wouldn't want to cut off a finger particularly. Most especially because it would cause probably blood to go on cards, and then that would be a whole other mess, wouldn't it? I'd be more worried about that than if I cut my finger off. I'd be more worried about the blood on the cards than my finger on the table. Jesse Winker for my Cincinnati Reds, numbered to 99. It's green. Whoops, we got a Future Stars stuck there. Meanwhile, here come the Astros, who've already had a couple of hits out of here. Framber Valdez adds another one to their tally for Houston. You know, the Nationals are probably pretty excited that this is going to stretch into an extra game because it gets them more rest and it's more likely to go ahead and just start wearing out whoever they're ultimately going to be playing. So, you know, the Nationals are probably like every night going, yeah, let's make it a mess. Let's push it all the way to 7 games. There's DJ Stewart and the Baltimore Orioles. It sounds like it's going to go to 6 anyway, based on what the score was the last that Matthew updated us. So I guess who will pitch 6? Will it be Garrett Cole again? I mean, he's pitched a lot, it seems like, in this series, but I guess it would almost... Oh, no, I bet it'll be a bullpen, won't it? Yeah, I bet it'll be a bullpen game. Because I don't think they can trot Cole out there again that quickly. And they just ran Greinke, and they just ran through Verlander. So, yeah, they're going to have to do a bullpen game, I bet, which Yankees will anyway, too. Of course, that's kind of been the Yankees all year. They just trot their starters out for a short few innings and kind of bullpen it anyway. Which I think is a bit of a disadvantage when you're playing best of 7. Because your hitters on the opposing team see the same relievers too often. Walker, black and white parallel for the Diamondbacks. Another autograph for the Orioles. But you've got a different player on this one. That would be Cedric Mullins. Matthew says the game is over now, and it ended 4-1 Yankees. All right. So we are indeed headed to Game 6 tomorrow in Houston. Jacob Nix, Padres, blue parallel to 150. I think it'll be hard for the Yankees to win it on the road, but it's not impossible, obviously. And if they can kind of come out hot like they did tonight, they have a much better shot at it. They just, boy, they had not been hitting worth anything until tonight. We have an Adrian Beltre relic for the Dodgers. So there you go. Nice little Nice little relic there for the Los Angeles Dodgers and Mr. Beltre. And let me get a little drink of water here real quickly. I was getting ready to set that. I keep trying to set it in the wrong spot. Trying to set it over there with the things, the parallels, but it's technically should be stacked with the autographs if I could get it together and get it over there, huh? Eventually. Blue Max Kepler, Twins. Wave to 150. No, to 75. Sorry. So used to blue being to 150, but that blue wave is to 75. Another Greatness Returns. That's Angels on both sides. So far, all of our Greatness Returns have been same team. And that is both Indians. And we have a hit for your rookie, the Twins, Willens Astudillo. I don't know. I can't say it. I haven't been able to say it all year. I don't know about you guys, but here it was very nice weather today. I hope it stays that way all weekend. It's a little bit of fall weather for a change. Chris Sale and the Red Sox, black and white negative. Because we kind of just went, I thought we were going to go from summer maybe straight into winter. Temperature dropped so much so quickly, but then today it kind of came back up and more like a fall kind of day. Josh Rogers and the Orioles, which was nice. We have a parallel signature on the Freshman Flash. That is Mr. Rowdy Tellez for the Blue Jays, and it is numbered to 99. So Toronto with a little Freshman Flash parallel. Yeah, my Steelers have a bye this week, so I've got, I don't have any pro football I've got to watch this week. I mean, there's definitely plenty I will watch, but I don't have any kind of must-see with my Steelers off on a bye week. Nick Birdie, green, Pittsburgh Pirates, numbered to 99. Oops, that one was, I about stacked that in the wrong spot, didn't I? Well, all the cards ship in here, so even if it does get stacked in the wrong spot, it's not really the end of the world. I just like to keep them separate because it's easier if we need to refer back to something. Austin Dean. And or, recap something, that sort of thing. Ooh! Look there, kids. Topps Chrome with a little Vlad Guerrero Jr. autograph coming out for the Blue Jays. That's too close, isn't it? Yeah, I'm going to scoot it back a little bit. I do like to look at it really closely, but sometimes, depending on where I have the focus, yeah, can't get too close. So Toronto is probably now officially happy. Surprisingly, not a ton of Vlad Guerrero Jr. autographs came out this year. Not as many as you would think. Robinson Cano to 299. Purple to 299 for the Mets. And here we have our first greatness returns with two different teams on it. So we've got the Angels on one side, the Braves on the other. So it's going to set up there in housekeeping. And at the very end of the night, we'll use random.org, and one of those two teams will end up with that card. Any others that we find along the way will also set up there in that same spot until the very end tonight. We take care of all that sort of stuff. And another greatness returns with Bryce Harper and Ty Cobb on there. So you got Tigers and Phillies on that one. And we have an autograph for the Rangers. Texas Rangers 499 have Jeffrey Springs. All right, that puts us right at the halfway mark. So we are 50% broken. 4 boxes opened, 4 boxes remaining. I am tired today, I tell you. I had to get up and take my cat into the vet again. I've got one of our cats is sick. They think cancer. And so we've had the poor little cat in and out of the vet a few different times over the last week or so. Not to mention have spent, oh boy, a couple $1,000s at the vet. So yeah, I had to get up early to take the little guy in, and man, I am paying the price right now. I should have brought a Red Bull up here before we started this break. I'd be a little peppier, but I forgot to get it. A third redemption now. I was running super close on getting everything finished tonight. I had a lot of messages, more so than normal, and of course, I always do those last. Obviously, I invoice first, so you guys have the most amount of time to pay, and then I dive into messages after that. After, I get invoiced, get the spreadsheet done, and usually I have tons of time, but tonight, for whatever reason, there were so many messages, I was really cutting it close. I didn't even have time to run down and get a Red Bull. Tommy Pham and the Tampa Bay Rays, numbered to 150. Behind it, oh, that's a nice one for San Francisco. Steven Duggar for your autograph. But I definitely, I think, could have used it, although probably would have had me up half the night. trying to break in a new postman, too. My regular guy took another route, I don't know, probably a month or so ago at this point. So I've had this other guy, which I've just about gotten broken in, only to find out that I guess he was just temporary. He's going to be gone after about another week. So I have to start all over again. Kevin Newman for the Pirates. My original guy, though, man, they just don't get any better than that. I like it so much because he would come later sometimes, especially on the weekends where the counter closes, really early on Saturdays. He would stop by here like right as he was finished with his day, making that last run back to the post office. And so I usually got a couple of extra hours of time to sort and ship on Saturday when I had him, which was fantastic. And now that he's gone, with it goes my extra time. But, oh well. Maybe I can train the new guy to do it once he gets started. Who knows? Andujar, purple, Yankees, 299. More greatness returns. Two different teams again. Cardinals and Nationals on that one. Gibson and Scherzer. And we have another Josh James for the Astros, but this one is a gold wave numbered to 50. But Houston as a whole has gotten quite a few hits already tonight out of here. So the Astros are winning this break anyway at the moment, even though they didn't win the game tonight. Still think it's going to be hard for the Yankees, though. You got to dig out of that hole, and you got to do it in Houston and on short rest and on a bullpen game. They've got their work cut out for them if they manage to end up winning this thing. They've got a tough road. But hey, you can only do it one game at a time, and they got the first game tonight. So, well, the first in that road, second overall, obviously. Giants have another one. San Francisco's hit quite a bit tonight, too. Ray Black, numbered to 499. I think that's an image variation short print for Ozzy, isn't it? And the Braves, I think it is. I'm going to set it aside because I'm not 100% certain that it is, but I'm reasonably certain that it is. Five down, 3 to go. Oh, Jared says on the Cardinals Nationals insert, give it to the Nationals. You already have too many. Yeah, they do come out a lot, don't they? They do. I like those greatness returns, though. I think they're cool card sets, but I do rather wish. Look at that. Those are both, they came out back to back. They're both Uraeus, but, one's got the pattern, one doesn't, but both refractors and inserts back to back. I do wish that it was always the same team on the card. I think that would make it a little more fun for collecting purposes myself, but. Ryan Borucki and the Blue Jays. But maybe some teams, they don't think they've got a great player from the past. I mean, I don't know. Why wouldn't they just do it same team both times? It is a variation. Okay, that's what I thought, Jared, but I was not 1,000% sure, but I thought that it was. And he is confirming that indeed it is a short print. That's one of the hazards of not opening this in a few weeks. Is, you know, you open other stuff in between. I tend to forget like what all the different short prints look like when I haven't opened it in a while. But fortunately, we catch them most of the time. And they ship anyway, but I mean catch them live. Jalen Beeks to 250 Tampa Bay Rays. Purple, Sterling Marte for the Pirates. Numbered to 299. Dakota Hudson. Ooh, he had a rough outing for the Cardinals. I think it's always tough for the rookies when if they get to the postseason, if they have a really rough outing and then that's it for them for the year. I think that's so hard for them to end that way, to end their season that way. You know, when you're a veteran, you've been round and round the block a few times, you kind of know, well, next year will be, be better. But when you're a rookie to end badly, I just think it's tough mentally. But hey, at least you got to the postseason, right? I mean, there is that. A lot of people don't even get that far. Let me lay a few more sleeves out here. I always forget how many cards are in this break. It's a lot. Rhys Hoskins, Phillies. That'll make Jay Allen happy that he gets at least the black and white negative variation. And hopefully we'll find some more Phillies too, but at least we've got that much. He likes Rhys too, so. Greatness returns, Dodgers on both sides there. Kansas City Royals, Brad Keller. Spencer says the Tigers need to get here. Or need to get there. You might mean the postseason. I'm thinking Tigers need to get here, as in show up in this break. But you might mean the Tigers need to get to the postseason. In either case, I will agree with you. We'd like to see them show up here, and it would be nice if they got into the postseason for you. Edwin Encarnacion, purple wave, purple, gold wave to 50. Sitting there looking at it, and I call it purple. Oh, my goodness. I told you I needed that Red Bull. I wasn't kidding. I did. I should have had it. And who's on greatness here? Yount and Yelich. Both are Brewers. Kevin Kramer, Pittsburgh Pirates. Already had Kevin Newman a while ago. Now you have Kevin Kramer. Not too shabby. Box 7 of 8. Coming out of the wrappers. Tell you what, let's just be wild and crazy. We'll take 2 out. Does anybody know what the odds are Vegas-wise for the Nationals to actually win the World Series? Anybody follow that sort of thing? The Twins. Autograph, Gonzalez. I bet a few weeks ago, obviously, it was a lot higher than it is now. Well, clearly, since we know they're already in the World Series, the odds will have dropped. But comparatively speaking, I'm just wondering how high they are versus, say, the Astros or the Yankees. Jacob Nix, Padres, black and white. Negative parallel. An autograph, Colby. You know we can't open something without finding a Colby autograph for the Braves. Even though he's long since moved on to the Rangers, I think it is. But still coming out Braves. And, of course, this product has been out for a while. So there's that. Wonder what Shohei's going to be like coming back off of Tommy John. Pitching, obviously, he hit this past season, partway through, he came back for hitting. So at least an Alonso refractor that came out for you. I mean, it's not color, but at least you got an Alonso refractor anyway. Back-to-back Colbys. Well, way to go, Topps. In the same box. That one's numbered to $4.99 because it's a refractor, but still. Could we not have maybe not had them both in the same box? That's all I'm saying. We're not asking for much, Topps. Just a little. Just a little variation. Spencer said the last you saw the odds were 2 to 1. I would have thought higher than that. Yeah, well, that doesn't represent much value then, does it? Ooh, we have a gold greatness returns. So that little bad boy should be numbered to 50 when we flip it over here. And there you go, the New York Yankees to 50. Greatness returns. Kyle Schwarber and the Cubbies. That is blue to 75. Yeah, it wouldn't do me much good to play Vegas odds for my team because the Reds are my team. So, I mean, they could give me 20,000 to 1 odds. It wouldn't matter. We're not getting there anytime soon. More greatness, that for the Astros. Kyle Wright, Atlanta Braves. Last 3 autographs out have been Atlanta Braves, as a matter of fact. So this has been a Braves sort of box. And I believe, isn't that a dupe? I think it is. So what we'll actually probably end up doing is sending 1 Angels and 1 Braves on that one if we have 2 identical, and I think that we do. David Fletcher for the Angels. Elvis Andrus. Rangers. It's numbered to 299. All right, we are heading into Last Box Mojo. Let's see if we can fire it up. Pull out something spectacular. What do you say? End our Friday night break with a bang, perhaps. That would be nice. White Sox, Michael Kopech. I believe that's the first White Sox we've seen tonight. It's numbered to 499. Or first White Sox autograph, I should say, not the... Obviously not the first White Sox card in total. Brandon Crawford. That is green for the San Francisco Giants. /99. A little Heath Filmer. Kansas City Royals. So 2 of our 5 autographs we've seen already out of this last box. First 2 came out right away, and then we got a big gap, don't we? Before we see 3, 4, and 5 are hiding. And then, of course, we've got our redemptions that will flip over at the end as well. Bryce Wilson, Atlanta Braves. That is number 3 of 5 coming out of the last box here. Rizzo, Cubbies, black and white, negative parallel. I think the the little cat must have been drinking Red Bull. The little cat is ripping and running all over the place at like 90 miles an hour. It's pretty crazy. Jeff McNeil, Mets. Meanwhile, I know you were going, man, why couldn't that have been Pete Alonso? I hear you. I hear you. It's frustrating, isn't it? You have more than one rookie, and, well, obviously most teams have more than one rookie most years, but one rookie that comes out a lot, like McNeil, and then it turns out that your other rookie is the better player of the 2. In this case, Alonso. Not that McNeil's bad, because he's not, but you know what I mean. Here's Hank Aaron and Mike Trout. So we've got another little Braves-Angels configuration going on up there. And you also saw we had another redemption come out. So now we have 4 redemptions up here in housekeeping. Green Nimmo for the Mets /99. right, last pack. Let's see what we've got. Another greatness returns for the Yankees. There's Reggie Jackson and Stanton on there, which that's funny because Reggie Jackson was doing I'm pretty sure it was Reggie, doing an interview, like radio or some sort of interview, and didn't realize the mic was still on. The mic was hot, and said something about how could Stanton have gotten hurt again in the playoffs? He'd been out hurt all year or something. I don't know. Some kind of like a little dig on Giancarlo, and then realized, oh, whoops, that broadcast's out live. So he had to kind of go back and apologize, I believe, a little bit over that. Mr. October. Okay, so before we recap, we do have our housekeeping tasks to take care of. So first things first, let's look at our redemptions. So Dennis Santana, this is the one that I want to know if this is the exact same thing. These two came out of the same box. Oh, it's not good. That is Tukey. Next up, we have Nick Senzel. Hey, nice. And gold Nick Senzel for my Cincinnati Reds. Very nice. That'll be to 50. The Tukey will be to $4.99. And then Christian Stewart. Hey, your Tigers come up at the very end. How about that? So let me get the Topps website up here real quickly, and we will take a look at it. Well, maybe we will. I'm over there. I got to get you over here with me. And now I've got to find our checklist for Topps Chrome Baseball. So we've got two that just say rookie autographs. That's going to be Santana and Stewart. And you guys know that I always go here and look this up on stuff, even stuff that, I know, like Nick Senzel. We're gonna look them all up. I wouldn't care if it was Mike Trout. If it was a redemption, we would come and look it up because that's just the way I do it. I put it up on the screen so everybody can see it. So we're looking for our Christian Stewart and then Dennis Santana because they're alphabetical. So there's Stewart for the Tigers, as we would expect. And there is Mr. Dennis Santana for the Dodgers. So that kind of saved the night a little bit for the Dodgers and the Tigers getting the redemptions. I'm labeling these up, so give me a hot second. And then Nick Senzel, of course, is going to be the Reds, and Tukey's going to be the Braves. All right, where are you, Nick? Nick Senzel, Cincinnati Reds. There he is. And then Tukey down here for the Braves. Just all as expected. And the Senzel, once again, that's actually because it's gold. It will be to 50 when you get it, or should be. And the Tukey should be to $4.99 for the Braves because it is a refractor parallel. All right. So that's got that all squared away. Now we've got a whole little stack here of greatness returns. Here's the way we're going to do this. I'm going to, this card, which is identical, I believe, to another one, I'm going to set aside there for a second. Because if it is, and I believe that it is, yeah. So on this card, because these two are entirely identical, neither of them numbered, both just base greatness returns, I'm going to send one of them to the Angels, and I will send the other one to the Braves. We're just going to split those. Now, of course, these are in sleeves. You probably noticed that I put them in there earlier, and that is for the purpose of me being able to do this, which is, right on it. So there you can see that was all taken care of. Now, these three that are remaining, I'm going to go to random.org, and I'm going to do this really easily. I'm just going to type in left, and then I'm going to type in right. And I will do random 3 different times. Anytime I have 9 or fewer items in a list, we do random 3 times, and the third time is the determining factor. First 2 don't count. If we had 10 or more, we would only do random once, but obviously we've only got 3 cards left to work with there that need some attention. So we're going to go buzzing back over this way and get these a new home. All right, so ignore the first one, ignore the second one. Here comes our third and final. 3 times our date and time stamp gives it to the team on the right hand side of the card. Now, in this case, that is the Cardinals Nationals is going to the Nationals, which works out all right because Jared was going to send it to the Nationals, even if it didn't land there, because he says he's got too many. But in this case, of course, it did land there. So going to the Nationals is that one here. We've got Mike Trout headed off for the Angels on this one. Once again, I'm writing on a sleeve, not on the card itself. And in this case, we're headed, Bryce Harper is headed off to the Phillies as the team on the right. So now we've got a little recapping to do. We'll take a quick buzz through our color here and our black and white negatives, which are not numbered, but again, set aside because they are infrequent. And there's a gold to 50. There's another gold that will be to 50. That is a short print. Ozzie Albies for the Braves. And there's another gold. That's Ozzie for the Braves. Or I'm sorry, that was orange. Ozzie orange was to 25. I said gold, but that's because my brain is slipped into neutral. I think it is. That is clearly orange and not gold. And orange, of course, are to 25. Our redemptions. We have Christian Stewart, Tigers. Tukey, which will be to $4.99 for the Braves. Nick Senzel for the Reds, which should be to $50. And Dennis Santana for the Dodgers wrapped up our redemptions. And I'm so pleased that none of them were duplicates for the same player, which sometimes they are. All right, we have Jeff McNeil for the Mets. Bryce Wilson, Braves. Heath Filmer, Royals. David Fletcher, Angels. Kyle Wright, Braves. Colby for the Braves. Colby for the Braves. Gonzalez, Twins. Kramer, Pirates. Keller, Royals. Dakota Hudson, Cardinals. Jalen Beeks, Tampa Bay Rays. Ryan Borucki for the Blue Jays. A little black for the Giants and some Kopech for the White Sox. Then it is Josh James, numbered to 50 for the Astros. Newman for the Pirates. Duggar for the Giants. The Rangers with Springs. Vlad Guerrero Jr. for the Blue Jays. Austin Dean for the Marlins. The freshman flash, Rowdy Tellez for the Blue Jays. Josh Rogers for the Orioles. Willens for the Twins. We have the Dodgers. I forgot about this. Had the Adrian Beltre relic come out. Jacob Nix for the Padres. Cedric Mullins, Orioles. DJ Stewart, Orioles. Valdez for the Astros. Garcia for the Giants. Garcia for the Giants. Josh James, Astros. McNeil for the Mets. The Angels with Arcia. Jake Bowers for the Indians. Ramon Laureano for the A's. And a Nicholas Quifo. I'm not sure which. I'm not, maybe neither of those. Tampa Bay Rays. All right, so that is the break. That is the recap. Now let's put up our spreadsheet information one more time for those of you who missed the shipping info, etc. It's coming at you right now. The helmets will be on the way to you no later than a week from today. If you hit one of those, that's always the case with the free shipping breaks projected out no later than a week after the fact, although often they go sooner. And if you got skunked in the helmet break, your consolation card or cards typically held until your next package ships, unless you send me a message and let me know that you want it sent separately. No later than Wednesday, we should see Immaculate Impeccable and Topps Chrome on the way to you. Some of it may go out sooner than Wednesday. Some of it may be on Wednesday. But it should all be by Wednesday unless something completely unexpected happens to totally derail my week. And if you got skunked at Immaculate and or Impeccable, You will get consolation card or cards that will ship with the rest of the break, since it is a paid shipping break. Of course, everybody pull cards here in Topps Chrome, so we don't have to worry about consolation cards in that instance. Tomorrow night, we're going to open Leaf Autograph Mini Football Helmets by the half case. It will be the start of a new case. We'll open Gold Label Baseball and an inner case of Phoenix Football all tomorrow night. On Sunday, we'll start at 8:30 Eastern, 5:30 Pacific, and open Leaf Memorabilia Treasury. That is a multi-sport product. There are 5 memorabilia items in there. All of the categories are listed in the football section on eBay. And Topps Heritage High Number will open a half case of that. It will be the start of a new case. Monday night will be an off night. Tuesday night, Clearly Authentic, Immaculate Basketball, Gold Label Baseball, and Origins Football, all by the full case. Wednesday is when Topps Triple Threads comes out. We will open a 9-box inner case of that, as well as a case of TriStar Game Day Great Series 2 autographed football jerseys. All right, so that is it for me tonight. I thank you once again for being here. Always appreciate it. I hope you have a fantastic weekend ahead. If I do not see you again tomorrow night, I hope I will see you again soon. Thanks again. We'll see you next